first up, Ritika, from where did the idea for this show come?
I'm very interested in sci-fi and specifically time travel movies. I love. So I really wanted to see a film um, in Hindi for a Hindi audience on time travel that is done right. And I always wanted to do something like that because I wanted to see it myself, how it would look in Hindi and how it would turn out. Um, and then Shailendra, the writer director, stepped in, and he's the one who conceptualized it and then wrote the entire script. And um, that's where it came from, basically, inspiration to see something like that in India.
And Abhay, like when you first heard this story, like what was your reaction?
I was excited. We don't see science fiction being made in our industry that much. So that was intriguing. And then to see how intelligently it came together, because time travel is a tricky narrative to elaborate on. It's not easy to tie the loose ends. So to see that everything was kind of coming together and there was a dramatic human story as well, the graph of my character. So it was just like, yeah, I love this. It was nice that they approached me to make this movie.
There in many web series, the milieu is the same. You know, you have the Gundagardi, patriarchy, but Jail 50 is like a complete diversion. It's like set in Calcutta. It's not subtle, and you see a like totally different kind of people over here. Was that also
Yeah.
like a huge draw for you that it should stand out?
Well, it's true that there seems to be a theme that's common with the series in India today, but I wasn't thinking about that while I signed this. Um, yeah, I mean, when I read something, I'm looking at it for what it is. I don't compare it to what's out in the market. If anything, my journey so far in the industry has been to take on subjects or um, to have an execution that isn't conforming to the mainstream. That's about it, really. But yeah, I think it's the fact that there's so much thematically, there's so common to see that what you've mentioned, that it's nice to stand out.
Ritika, like when someone talks about a story that is very based on like a time travel or something, and with this kind of obviously it's the budget because whatever we have seen on this scene is maybe in Hollywood, like we have seen, it's made on a huge scale. So when you thought of this story, was budget something in your mind? Like how would you like make this the scale of the series?
I think we always knew that for being in, independent production, we weren't going to get the 100 crores and the 200 crores to attempt it like that. And if we knew that we had any chance of getting that kind of monies to make this film, there would be a lot of other things that may not be working for a certain section of people that would be right, and we could put more money into it and make it. So yes, for a subject of this nature, you do feel a lack of the budget, but I think keeping in mind that we were going to be working with a limited budget. Um, Shailendra, kept the script very real and achievable, um, even though it was a fantasy sort of genre. So that's what it was. It's always a challenge, but you work with what you have, and I think the script complemented it. To be able to pull it off in a lower budget. Of course, if we had a little bit more, less challenges, we could have smoothened it out even more than it is. So, but
More money is always welcome.
yeah, why not? Yeah.
Like a lot of actors and writers are saying like the OTT space has been very liberating for them because the whole constraints of budgets, promotions, box office, like the stress is not so much. So what's your take on it as an creative individual?
The OTT platforms are, it's a limitless space. It's the internet after all. With the multiplexes, it's a finite space. So there's only so many projects you can accommodate in a physical entity. This is a digital entity. So by their very nature, they have to make obviously what is the mainstream and what's been going on for many decades, with the bigger stars. But at the same time, they have the space to do experimental stuff as well, to give chances to new talent more easily. And as you said, there's no constraint of marketing and distribution. So if you are on a platform like an Amazon or a Hotstar or a Netflix, um, whatever the originals are, they will have to highlight all of their originals equally, and that makes it a level playing field.
And Abhay and Ritika, right now, I think on social media, the topic is, this insider outsider debate, like it has opened up like never before. Obviously, some celebrities have fueled it, they have made some, what do you say, huge statements. And especially after the demise of Sushant Singh Rajput, like there is this general feeling in the audience that people who don't come from a movie background do are get second class treatment in the industry. So, what would you like to say on this?
I mean, you're talking to an insider and an outsider right now.
Yes, yeah,
I mean, I've said a lot on this topic. I don't think
yeah.
there's anything more left to say. Ritika, how about you?
I mean, I'm too new to even speak on it from the experience that you can. But only in these last 2 3 days, there's things that I've started to realize and see, which is overwhelming. At the same time, it is humbling, and I'm still processing stuff. And I think in a few weeks I'll have more opinions on it through my own experiences. But but I can say that yes, there is. But I think it's not just this industry. I do feel like wherever there is an opportunity for someone who comes out like an underdog and challenges something that's existed for a really long time, it's always threatening, and it has its repercussions. But that's all I can say at this point. But I'm also a believer that no matter what the challenge is, there is a way to rise above it. If you
Hmm.
can't deal with it directly, you can supersede it. You just have to find that way. I don't know, it's hard for me to say if that is an approach that works in this insider outsider debate that is going on. But I'd like to approach any challenge if I'm faced with it with the same attitude that I've dealt with other challenges in my life. So we'll see.
I mean, also in our case, if you can call me an insider, I'm working with an outsider. So I think in front of you have a classic example that it's all individual. It's not like people on the inside don't work with people who are coming in from the outside, and it's not like people from the outside don't get a chance, and then become insiders eventually, depending on their hard work and success.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Abhay, like this Indian the Producers Guild has written a letter, calling out mainstream media like the news channels and all for what they see as a ongoing slander campaign against Bollywood, especially with this the reports of this drug mafia and all of this. What's your take on that?
It's definitely being blown out of proportion. Yeah, sure, there are problems. There's no doubt about it. Um, and so while there is a lot that needs to be improved in the industry, there's a lot that there is good in the industry as well. Because it's not like outsiders don't get a chance and come in, and it's not like there are people who uh, have bad habits and those who have extremely good habits.
Yeah.
So I think that you can't reduce it to just one thing. The news cycle is focusing on one thing and not another. We have to approach anything, whether it be Bollywood, politics, business, with a nuanced manner. There is not just one truth. There are many truths, and to just highlight one and forget the others is to give half the news. So I think this era of sensationalism, this era of click and bait, getting a headline to get the attention of the audience, is why it's being reduced and being overly simplified. So I support the Producers Guild in that sense, and I'm a very vocal critic of the industry. That everybody knows that I am a vocal critic of the
Yes,
industry.
yes.
Yes, so I stand by the Producers Guild for what they have said, because let's not reduce everyone to one thing.
Yeah.
We are all individuals. I'm also part of the industry. I'm an insider, as you call it, and I've spoken about favoritism. I've spoken truth through power. But,
And Ritika, like for someone like you who's come from the outside into this industry, do you think this campaign right now, what's happening, will probably discourage a few youngsters who are looking at me in making a career in showbiz?
I think people who are passionate about what they do and they come here for the right reasons, for the art form or for their own art form, um, will have enough passion to not be discouraged from it, I'm hoping. But yes, it does have its negative impacts and all of that, of course. But I mean, I totally believe that someone who's coming in for the right reasons will, and until they actually experience something themselves, it's easier to talk about it than to, know how good or how bad that experience can be for you. So I don't think people who choose this medium as a form of expressions are going to shy away from choosing it because that's what they're good at. Of course, there's a whole lot of people that come to this industry for not the right reasons also. Um, right? And there could be a lot of people that get discouraged in that section. So we'll have to wait and watch.
I got cut off, so I didn't catch the full answer that Ritika gave. But I would like to say that Ritika is an actor, but she's also a producer. So at the end of the day, she's doing what it takes to get what she wants. And that is true for any industry, and that's what it takes. Some maybe outsiders have to work harder to come in, but insiders have to work harder to stay in. Again,
Yeah.
there are many levels to this conversation, and let's not reduce it to just one simple thing.
And for both of
Yeah.
you, how was the experience of working with the likes of Piyush Mishra and Pankaj Kapoor sir?
Mhm. Well, then I'll have to include Abhay in that as well. Abhay, Pankaj, and Pankaj sir and Kapoor. It was incredible, actually. I mean, Pankaj ji I've seen growing up and some incredible work of his. Piyush sir I've worked with in another movie called Palki, and that experience was quite incredible. I don't have a whole lot of scenes with Piyush sir in this film, but the little that I had was incredible. It was just a recreation of what I felt working with him in Palki. It's really easy, it's comfortable. Um, with Abhay to when I first came to Bombay, I watched his first movie and I really liked it, Socha Na Tha. Um, and after that, I watched some of his movies and some of them I haven't watched. And when we were casting, we were just doing it like work. And I think I told Abhay this after I watched even the rough cut. I was like, I'm so glad we got you on board for this film. I don't think anyone else could have played Shantanu better. But as an experience working with them, they're all seniors. There's a lot that I've taken back from each one of them that I'm going to carry forward on my journey as an actor. So the experience was great sharing screen space. Yes, I'm super excited, but the opportunity to learn as I perform with them was incredible. I'm grateful for that.
Yusuf was so incredible in that hospital scene when the nurse walks in and he is just standing there. He was so good in that one.
Thank you. Thank you so
And
much.
Abhay, how was it like? So many scenes with Pankaj Kapoor sir.
Yeah, I was both Pankaj and Piyush. I mean, they are my seniors too, and Piyush I've known from before. I consider him a friend, so always comfortable when you get to work with somebody you know and have a good rapport with. With Pankaj ji, it was a bit intimidating, but he made me comfortable, and he's such an experienced actor. It just made it easy working with him. He has a good work ethic. And with Ritika, it was both. She was my producer and my co-actor. So it was working with her and seeing her talent and being the ease with which she gets into her character, and then of course being taken care of. Because she's also my producer. So it was overall just a very good experience. I think we had a really good team. From the cast to the crew, everybody. Just came together and they believed in the vision that Shale had. It's important to have a director who we all have faith and trust in.
was the most challenging sequence to shoot?
What was the most challenging? Usually, the exterior portions are usually the most challenging because you're outside, you have a lot of crowd. Ritika, was the name of that area with all the murtis being made, where we had the
Kumar
chase
TV.
scenes? Kumartali.
Kumar.
That was, yeah, that was pretty challenging, because we had to run around in those small narrow alleys, and there were people walking by, but it just looks fantastic, So while it was challenging, you were also excited at the thought of how it's going to look on screen.
Nowadays, if people find a movie or a series in which they feel that a woman is not respected so much and things that, then they call it out, that this is too misogynistic and whatever. But someone might want to write a story like take a Kabir Singh. So do you think this really has an impact on an actor or a writer, what people think on social media?
What do you think?
Well, I think that, I'm going to speak as a producer because I think that question I would be able to answer better as a producer. First of all, if the script has elements that I don't believe in, I won't produce it. Right? And if I believe in it, I'll back it, regardless of whether it's controversial or whether it's out of the box or not common belief, I'll still back it. But if it's something that is of common belief as well and I don't believe in it, I won't back it as a producer. So, but having said that, uh, even someone like me, if I don't believe in a script and I don't produce it and I don't back it, someone else will, because it's a world of 8 billion people. And there are so many other producers who would back it because they have the same thought process. So I think that anyways, a good product is made when creative and production comes together with the same vision. They're backing the same vision. And from the onset, if you don't have the same vision, then you're setting yourself up for failure anyways. So
Yeah, and I think to answer your question, like
that's my...
everybody has a right to their opinion, And so, as you said about social media, does it affect
Yeah,
someone's career?
absolutely.
I don't know. I think social media is, there's an opinion and there's fact. And sometimes that gets muddled in social media. People
Yeah.
try to pass off opinions as fact. And you just have to look deeper into the issue at hand and see whether you're reading facts or opinions. And that's important,
Lastly, like this is for both of you. Like if you all ever had this, the opportunity to do actual time travel, what phase of your life would you like to go back in, or where would you like to go?
I think we have the same answer. We've answered this before. No, Ritika, you said 60s.
Yeah, yes.
You
Yeah,
remember
for
what
the
I said?
fashion.
Yeah, you remember what I said?
Yeah, 20s for the music.
Yeah, there
20s
you
for
go.
the music.
Yeah, there you go.
So we answered for each other.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful having
Thank you.
both of you, and all the
Thank
best.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.